Well, welcome back. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez and Texas Congressman Michael McCaul sending a letter to Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and CIA Director William Burns, asking for a classified briefing on the reported Chinese spy facility in Cuba. Gatestone Institute senior fellow Gordon Chang joined me on this program yesterday, sounding the alarm about Chinese migrants entering the United States illegally through the wide-open southern border. Watch.
Packs of Chinese males of military age, unattached to family groups, pretending not to speak English. These are probably saboteurs who are coming in on the first day of war with Asia. In Asia, I think that we're going to see acts of sabotage, assassinations, detonation of bombs, starting wildfires. And the Biden administration is paying no attention to this at all.
Wow. Joining me right now is Florida Congressman, member of the House Appropriations Committee, Mario Diaz-Balart. Congressman, thanks very much for being here. Great to see you. These are chilling subjects and issues that we're all watching in real time. What is your reaction to the increase in Chinese nationals coming through the open border? The numbers are up 1,300% year over year at a time that the Chinese Communist Party is setting up a spy center and potentially troops in Cuba, which would be 100 miles away from Florida.
Yeah, look, Maria, thank you for having me on. It's insane that we're not paying attention. It is insane to treat adversaries as if they were not, and to frankly treat allies as if they were adversaries. That's the confusion that exists in this administration. I chair the subcommittee of appropriations that funds everything having to do with foreign policy, and we're taking just the opposite direction. We're confronting our enemies and we're supporting our friends, something that this administration has absolutely turned on its head.
Well, I mean, look, just looking at China alone, you've got the provocations increasing every single day. They're setting up a spy center and a potential troop training ground in Cuba, 100 miles away from the U.S. Florida coast. They have police stations in America. They have obviously spy and surveillance programs underway with the spy balloon traveling America for a week before the administration finally shot it down. Why aren't we taking any of this stuff more seriously? Is it because this president is compromised because of all of the money he's taken in from him and his family from communist China?
Well, Maria, if you look again, you mentioned a number of areas, but we could spend a month speaking about how this administration seems to be doing things that only benefit communist China. Look at their energy policy, right? Their energy policy seems designed to help specifically only one entity, the Communist Party in China. Everything they seem to be doing seems to be designed to help China and to hurt our national security interests. And I think your question is spot on. Could it be that he's compromised? Could it be that they have him, they have him bribed or they have him blackmailed? Well, at least that would make it, then we would understand why he's taking these policy decisions that he's making. Everything he's doing seems to be designed to help China, and it's hurting our national security interests. And it's not only what he's doing, not securing the southern border, it's energy, it's everything. And so he's inconsistent in a lot of things, but he's pretty consistently helping Chinese interests.
I know. So what can you do about it on the subcommittee on appropriations?
I'll tell you what, we're doing everything we can to push back. And we passed it out of subcommittee on Friday, and it's very clear what I stated it when I presented the bill. Two main issues I was looking at when I was putting this bill together: national security interests and the national debt. So we support our allies a much stronger way than this administration does, and we confront our adversaries while, by the way, cutting wasteful spending. And I want to make sure that people understand exactly how much we're doing. There's a lot of discussion about whether we should be at 2024 spending levels or 2023. This bill is below the 2016 spending level. Having done that, because we cut inefficient, wasteful things and things that actually hurt our national security interests, it's a lot stronger than past bills, helping our allies. We fully fund, for example, Israel, our strongest ally in the Middle East. Taiwan, we help Taiwan. Frankly, the strongest bill helping Taiwan ever presented in the Congress. And we do all of this with funding because we eliminate things, for example, like the Human Rights Council funding. We defund the UN General Fund. We defund the World Health Organization, which is now a subsidiary of the Chinese Communist Party. We eliminate the special envoy for climate change and more than 30 other type of czars and special envoys. And then we get the money and we emphasize national security. We're putting over $1 billion more to help strengthen, to help push back on China than the president requested. And we do this while still staying under the 2016 funding levels. It can be done. We're showing that it can be done. But I'm getting criticized by the Democrats because I precisely cut money, for example, for things that help the Communist Party of China. They actually put that in their press release, that they're upset that I'm cutting funding for programs that are affiliated with the Communist Party of China.
That's unbelievable. I mean, if there were ever a moment in time where this country needs serious leadership to put America first, it is now, with all of these threats, particularly from our number one adversary, China, and this administration refuses to call them an adversary. They will only say competitor. You've got Florida Governor and Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, meanwhile, visiting the southern border. Yesterday, he says he's unveiling plans to stop the invasion. Here's some of his speech. Watch.
People on certain political persuasions that just dismiss it as kind of a Texas problem or an Arizona problem. But I'm here to tell you, when you don't have control of your own border, that's an American problem. I can tell you it impacts Florida because we, like every single state in this country, have seen an increase in fentanyl overdose deaths over these last 3 or 4 years, but particularly over the last 2 years.
While DeSantis is at the border, a new NBC News poll shows only 32% of voters have a positive view of Vice President and border czar Kamala Harris. Congressman, your thoughts?
I'm sorry, I laughed when you called her the border czar because she's been the most ineffective person ever on any issue, including the border. I helped pass the Secure the Border Act a few weeks ago in the House. And there we insist that the remaining Mexico agreements have to be put back in place. Well, by the way, in this appropriation bills, we withhold 15% of the Secretary of State's budget until the remaining Mexico agreements are implemented. So we're doing everything, the Republican House is doing everything possible to pressure this administration. It does require passing these bills, passing the appropriation bills, in order to put us in a strong position to negotiate. Because as you well know, Maria, ultimately, since we only control, the House, we're going to have to negotiate with the Senate, which is so important that we have tough, lean, strong, pro-America bills to start those negotiations with. It requires passing them, because otherwise we're going to start negotiations off of the Democrats' bills, which would be catastrophic for our country.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm with Tiana Low-Jesher today. Tiana, jump in.
So I know that back during the Trump administration, you were involved in some of the negotiations where Democrats were considering, in exchange for putting DACA recipients on a path to legalization, money for the wall, securing that southern border. Do you think that it's too far gone a crisis at this point for DACA legalization to be on the table? Or if a Republican president does wind up winning in 2024, would you be willing to still have that DACA for wall funding, DACA for asylum reform?
Well, look, right now we have to stop the bleeding. I mean, I'm reminded every single day when we wake up, tomorrow morning, it's basically another 300 young Americans are going to be dying because of overdoses, mostly because of fentanyl coming across the southern border. We have to stop the bleeding first and foremost. Now, and with this president, by the way, that's our battle. With this Senate, that's our battle. That's our emphasis. It must be, which is why we passed H.R. 2. Now, if we had a Republican president where we could guarantee that we can secure the border, we can then talk about other things. But right now, the priority has to be secure the border.
Yeah. All right. We will leave it there. Congressman, thank you so much. We'll be watching your work. Mario Diaz-Balart joining us this morning. We'll see you soon, sir. Thank you.